Welcome to Japan.
Welcome to Japan. Where are you from?
I was born in Japan.
He's from
in Japan?
国籍はアメリカだけど、
両親がアメリカで。
そうだけどあんま住んだことがないっていう。
あ、待って。Your voice is amazing.
Hi, my name is Simon Unher. My parents are both American, but I was born and raised in Japan all my life. To be honest, I only learned English in my house. Growing up, I used more Japanese. I studied in Japanese, so that makes my Japanese much... I have more confidence in Japanese. 英語ができるっていうのが超恥ずかしくて、中学校の時にテストを受けて、英語できないふりしてて、テストの点数をわざと低くやってました。60点ぐらいで抑えてました。やっぱ溶け込みたくて、他の人と。だから英語ができるのが恥ずかしくて、あと発音とか英語の授業でみんな教科書 Everybody reads the textbook, right? みんな教科書読むんですけど、で僕もあえてカタカナ発音でやってました。I wanted to fit in. I wanted to be the same as other people, but I wasn't, you know. And I really hated the word gaijin then. I felt like I'm kind of pushed out of the community. And I always covered myself up with hats or a hoodie, and I didn't show myself to, everybody. I have a lot of friends that say if I cover my face, it's like they're talking to a Japanese person. They even say, I forgot you're an American. It's like I'm hanging out with a Japanese.
ずっとふざけてる。すぐちょけてる。ちょけてるね。わかんのちょけてる。すごいな。ちょけ。いいっすね。
外国人のふりしてますからね。
中身
は日本人。
日本語上手すぎでしょ。ネイティブよりネイティブだ。
Now you're a native speaker of Japanese. When you talk to people in Tokyo, Japanese people, do they ever ignore you and just automatically go to English?
Yeah. Whenever somebody tries to talk to me, like at a restaurant or at a convenience store, they always say hello or welcome, and I always say, 日本語で大丈夫ですよ. That means it's okay in Japanese, and everybody's like surprised.
This white wine.
Optional.
Luxury
Like,
for you.
They have a soft sheet and stuff, right?
Wow. 結婚式のためかと思いました。
結婚式でも使います。
あ、そうなんですか。
使います。
結構珍しいですよね。
上手です。
いやー、そんなことないですけど、この方の方がペラペラです。
そうなんですか。頑張って英語話したのに。
この人はネイティブなんです。
一応日本語ネイティブなんですよ。
あ、そうなんです。もうじゃあ先生とかやってるんですか。
まあその発音。
英語の先生。
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 そんな感じです。はい。
日本で生まれたんです。
そうなんですか。
そうなんですよ。
お両親。
両親はアメリカなんですよ。
アメリカで。
いや、私は普通のアメリカ人です。
アメリカで。
生まれ育ちはアメリカです。今は日本に住んでるんですけど、初めて真っ白な人力車を見てちょっと気になったんです。
Why 人力車？
いや、ちょっと信じられない感じですね。
めちゃくちゃ日本語うまいですね。
うまいですね。
あ、日本語行きますか？
行きます行きます。
生まれたのでも山形。
近いじゃん。遠くじゃん。遠くじゃん。
めっちゃ日本語上手。
めっちゃ日本語上手。
あ、待って。Your voice is amazing.
日本語がうまいね、この方。でしょ？
日本語全然できないんですけど。
めちゃめちゃですよ。すごいよもう。
いやまだまだですよ。
なんでこんなに。
僕日本生まれなんですよ。
ですよね。じゃなきゃこの後で。
人力車に乗りたいって言ってまし
そう
た。
あ、本当ですか。
乗りたいんですよ。
初めてなんですよ。
初めてなんですよ。人力車乗ったことなくて。初体験。
today？マジですか。
いいですか？
もちろんですけど。
早い。Wow, he's so happy.
I know. He's so happy.
He's the most genki guy out here today.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Do people bow to you like this a lot?
Not often, but
Like
sometimes.
you're so good at Japanese.
Oh yeah. Like once every.
土下座。
土下座
します。
なんか感動ですね。本当に。
Luckily, you don't have to be born in Japan to get good at speaking Japanese. In fact, I didn't even live here for the first 2 years of studying the language. I used to carry around a big pack of CDs and try to study Japanese through TV and movies that I bought pirated copies of in China, and it got very heavy. But luckily, you don't have to carry around all that or go to another country to get Japanese media, because nowadays we have things like Lingo-Pi. Lingo-Pi is a language learning platform where you can watch your favorite TVs and movies in 13 different languages like Mandarin Chinese, Korean, Japanese, and even Spanish. There are over 3,000 pieces of native content available for you to watch, and you can even connect your Netflix account to it. There are subtitles in English and the target language, and I can switch between any of the 13 languages without paying extra. When I'm watching Squid Game in Korean, I can pause and highlight words to study later in flashcards and quizzes. I can also slow down the speed and go back to catch words I missed, or parts I didn't understand the first time. Getting massive amounts of input in Japanese daily is a key part in becoming fluent in the Japanese language. So why not make that easier? By going into the video description and downloading Lingo-Pi, you can get 55% off the annual plan with my code. Or you can try a 7-day free trial and see how much you like it. I know I've been enjoying using it, and I highly recommend it to you.
結構珍しい人ですね。
珍しいよね。
日本生まれ育ちのアメリカ人です。
本当にそうなのよ。
英語勉強してますもん。
勉強しますよね。
英語の話はしてないよ。結構します。
これはもう完全に日本人と同じっていう風に見られたくて、周りと一緒っていう風に思われたかったので、一人英語喋るとすごく目立つんですよ。そうなので日本語で喋ってほしいんですけど、僕の両親アメリカンなので、日本語片言なので、日本語で喋ると片言なんですよ。なので片言恥ずかしいから日本語もやめてって言いました。喋んないで。
何も言わない方がいい。
何も言わないで。
それきついな。
授業参観とかでオープンクラスで両親がみんなのね親がparentsが後ろで見てるんですけど、極力喋んないようにお願いして、学校行く前に Don't speak, okay, please. 日本語も英語も喋んないでって。
That's very interesting because it sounds exactly like immigrant families in the US. They don't want their parents to speak a foreign language or broken English in front of their classmates. So you're kind of experiencing that over here in Japan.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's the same situation as the immigrants in the States.
And your parents moved to Japan. What brought them here?
I don't know if I can say this, but the gun culture, and that was the main point, I think. And a lot of crimes around states. So they thought Japan was a safer country. And I think they stayed for 2 years, the first 2 years. Then they had enough with Japan. So they kind of couldn't integrate to the Japanese culture. So they went back to the States. And then they realized how great Japan is. So they decided to come back to Japan.
So how about your parents now? Do they still speak English together at home and haven't gotten fully fluent in Japanese?
I've asked them, you guys have been living in Japan longer than me, and why isn't your Japanese better than mine? But they said, I came here at the age of 30. I can't be a native anymore. So their Japanese levels are kind of like maintaining, not growing or not losing, but maintaining.
That doesn't mean you can't improve, right? Like maybe they're using that a little bit too much as an excuse.
Yeah, I think it's an excuse, but yeah, if they try to, it's kind of like if you like the language, you immerse in it, and then you'll become better.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I'm married to a Japanese man, so we only speak Japanese in our household. But if I only had to work in English and then I was married to an American, that would be a big obstacle to getting good at Japanese here. There's no doubt. You were a office worker in a Japanese company. Did you feel like they treated you like any other office worker, or were you kind of the foreigner there?
Actually, so I'm deep inside, I'm Japanese, so they totally thought I was a Japanese. Wow. Yeah, so we go to nomikais, drinking parties, and I serve them, and I know I'm Japanese and I try to fit in, and they were really nice. They try to welcome me. Yeah, they considered me as a Japanese.
Wow, because you probably know all the work culture here.
Yeah.
You've never worked in America, so this is just normal. This is how things are.
Exactly. A lot of people ask me, aren't you gonna naturalize, or don't you want to become a Japanese? So if I say I'm Japanese to people, the first people I met, I know they're gonna get surprised. And if it's once in a while, it's okay. But if it's all the time, it's kind of like a little bit of pain in the neck. For me, it's good rather to stay American and talk about my background.
Yeah, strangers treat you differently,
Oh, yeah.
but once they get to know you, they can see, wow, this guy is not a gaijin.
Exactly. So if you try to open yourself, a lot of Japanese people will welcome you.
What are your plans after this? Do you want to just live in Japan for the rest of your life?
Yeah, I think I would continue to live here, but I like to travel around the world and see different cultures, new things. Yeah, I like traveling, so living in Japan, based in Japan, but traveling to a lot of different countries would be a great thing to do.
If people want to follow you on YouTube, where can they find your channel?
Oh, just search Simon no Ikireru Eigo Kyōshitsu.
I don't think they could type that.
Yeah.
So your entire channel is in Japanese, right?
Actually, it's a channel that I teach English to Japanese, so mostly I explain it in Japanese. So if you're learning Japanese, then you're welcome to watch my channel. I think it's
No subtitles.
yeah, no subtitles.
I watched your channel. This is how I found out the information about you. But if you want good listening practice, go over and follow Simon on his YouTube channel. You'll be in there with all the Japanese viewers.
Yeah, exactly.
You could get a lot of practice in the
Yeah.
comment section.
Exactly.
And if you can't write Eigo no Kyoshitsu in kanji, I got the link below, so you can just click on the link.
Thank you.
Well, Simon, thank you so much for your time. I enjoyed talking to you about this.
Me too. Thank you very much. It was really new to me because I've never been interviewed in English. So it was a little bit. First, it was a little bit challenging, but I hope it went well.
I think you're more self-conscious than you need to be. You did the English interview perfectly fine.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time, Simon, and I
of
hope
course.
we can stay in contact.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching to the end of today's video. I know you're one of the special ones that's going to help get this channel to 2 million subscribers. Make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on. And if you missed any of my interviews recently, here is a list for you to binge. All right, I'll see you in the next one.